mining.
Just trying to move this back. Just push this back, please. Go back to the beginning.
Building up the soil carbon, and that process of building up is called carbon sequestration, is critical to many things. The production of the crops, biomass, quality of the soil to filter and degrade and pollutants, soil biodiversity, and of course its ability to take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, put back in the soil to mitigate climate change. So these are amongst several benefits of soil carbon. The traditional practices by which we have lost carbon is plowing. For example, when we plow, we mix oxygen in the soil and it becomes oxidized. Any practice that increases risks of soil erosion also depletes carbon, because carbon is a very light fraction. Light means its density is low. So by water or wind, it's very easily moved. So eroded soils are depleted of carbon. Soils which are not managed properly and the nutrients are not replaced, like not take fertilizer, we take away the crop residues, and we do not put manure back in the soil, those soils are depleted. If we can reverse those processes, do not plow, put the crop residue back, have a very controlled grazing, light grazing, put all the manure and recycle every biomass that we can, put cover crop in a rotation cycle rather than continuous cropping. Those practices will create a positive carbon budget, so carbon can be put back. Two options we have in addressing the climate change. One is adaptation and there is mitigation. And by adaptation I mean somehow reducing the risks of change in climate. So soil carbon sequestration helps us adapt to changing climate because it increases soil's resilience to drastic extreme events, whether it's a drought or flood and so forth. It increases soil buffering capacity. So adaptation becomes important. Mitigation means decreasing the severity of the problem, and by taking carbon dioxide from the atmosphere through biomass and putting it back into the soil, of course soil carbon sequestration also mitigates. So in my class I normally use the word ADAM, A-D-A-M, adaptation and mitigation. And soil carbon sequestration does both. So I think that's why it's a win-win situation. Land managers are being asked to change land use policy, to change management, change from perhaps plowing to no-till, change from monoculture to complex cropping system, change from taking away the crop residue for numerous benefits to leave it on the surface of the ground. So I think if the farmers are expected to do things which are of usefulness to the global community and to the world as a whole, there should be some incentive for the farming community. So incentivization rather than